Hey guys, what's up? Um, just hanging out in my hotel room. It's pretty late, but I had some thoughts I wanted to share. So, I'm currently in transition again. Um, this is probably like the upteenth time that I've been in transition. Uh, there's not much that I can say about it, except it's pretty frustrating, and a lot of people are questioning what's going on out there and why I'm not getting the backing that I need to keep things moving forward. So, just a little bit of a background. I actually got invited to the finance world back in 2018, as I've mentioned before, in my ex account. And I just had a pretty good start in the beginning, and then learned a lot along the way as well. Um, and then I recently started my own company like last year, and it's definitely been a trying time. Um, there's actually a lot of financial companies and firms and lenders that have helped me along the way, as well as brokers. And shout out to everyone out there who I've connected with, um, and you know, basically, I think people are kind of wondering why I'm not like closing deals and making money like everybody else in the merchant cash advance industry. And I think the only thing that I can say is I completely understand that there's a risk factor involved um, in regards to helping me, close these finance deals. So, and a lot of it doesn't have to do with the actual lenders that don't want to do business or are afraid to take that risk. It's because at the higher levels, if they don't understand stuff or understand what's going on, um, especially in regards to intelligence, then what happens is they try to make sure they have their bases covered, and they can't really push things forward unless things are understood all around. So, and that's nobody's, um, I would say that's nobody's actual like default, or no one's fault, I should say. It's more of a learning process, if you will. So, I've mentioned before on my X channel that I've learned a lot since I was a child, and so when I work for different companies, after I worked for them for a while, they get a little apprehensive to keep me on, because it's one of those things where it's kind of like, with all the social media attention I've gotten and the opportunities that I've had previously, it's just like they don't want that added extra baggage that they would have to deal with. So, if that makes any sense. But so again, here I am in transition, pretty disappointed. And a lot of people are wondering why, why are people afraid to back you, and why doesn't your family take me in? I generally don't want my family to get too involved with these types of things because they've got their own lives. And I also think that it's my responsibility to put my foot forward um, and be honest and transparent about things. So there's nothing more that I can say, except the only way I'm gonna be able to get out of this transition is to completely quit finance for good. And I've contemplated that for a while. And I know collectively there's a lot of people in the merchant cash advance industry that would like me to stay in for specialized reasons. But I think at this point it's a little risky, just because if people are constantly guessing and wondering, I just don't think it's good for business, to be honest. So, my actual strength and skill is actually not finance anyway. It's more sales and marketing. I can sell. It's just with finance, it's a little more intricate, because you're dealing with a lot more directly. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate that we couldn't make things happen, you know? But there's not much I can do because I'm actually not the decider. Like I said, there are, levels that higher at the top that if they don't completely understand things thoroughly, then it's a risk on their end to keep things moving forward. So, just like any industry, I think, and maybe it's me. Maybe it's like we don't trust her, or she's all over the map and blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm going to try to make an effort to make more content, video content on here. I'm not a huge fan of it because I prefer privacy, but I know in this day and age that video content will eventually be king. So I'm going to do my best to share what I have to share in regards to what I've learned and the knowledge that I've acquired along my journey, and just see from there. But yeah, I mean, so the stuff that I understand it's tough to teach through video. The majority of people that have lived with me recently would probably say you have to live with her or be around her on a consistent basis to really understand what she understands. So I think I'll do my best to kind of share what I understand and know. But for a lot of you out there who are wondering or even care about my whole situation with the financial sector, especially with the MCA industry, the merchant cash advance industry, I would definitely say that it's been an interesting industry to be a part of, even if I didn't do a lot. I do think that it's a great industry to be in. I'm not going to say anything disparaging about it because I wasn't able to make it in that industry. But I will say that the industry is growing exponentially and there's definitely opportunity to make money. So anyone that's out there that's interested, I would definitely take that into consideration and see for yourself. As for my next chapter, I'm not too sure. I've had a lot of companies reach out in regards to sales and marketing opportunities. So I'm definitely gonna consider my options. But the most important thing now is to, get my mental health back into gear and just kind of evaluate what's the best steps moving forward for my sales and marketing career. I mean, I've been in sales and marketing for like 20 years or so, and so I understand the game a bit. But anyone out there who's interested in partnering up or have an opportunity, once I get back on track, you're more than welcome to follow me and DM me on here and let me know what you got. So I think that's it for now. Shout out to all the people in finance that really stuck with it throughout all these years and have helped me along the way. And to the banking families up there, I should say, that that do their best. So that's it for now, guys. I'm almost 10 minutes in, so I guess with that being said, everyone have a good night, and I'll be checking out of here tomorrow. And thanks to my friend Dan for setting me up with this sweet room at the Marriott here in Des Plaines, Illinois. Alright, guys, I'll see you later, and I'll be creating more video content on here when I can. Alright, check you guys out.